Hey, your heads up to this very quick 5-minute quickie, and it's all about pondering, musing on how mankind has changed to create pain in other human beings. And can we, in our small way, make change to pleasure, to make someone else's life richer? Could we do that? And what would the effect be? Something to muse about. Have a listen after that, if this interests you. Hey, welcome to the Personal Development Unplugged podcast with me, Paul Clough. And this is an FMQ, a 5-minute quickie podcast, which never lasts 5 minutes. It always goes a little bit longer. But it's a chance for you and I just to muse, to think of a subject, to talk about it for a few minutes, and then spend time thinking, seeing how it would change our life if we maybe developed it a little deeper. And maybe sometimes these 5-minute quickies will go into a longer podcast where we can dive deeper and produce processes, hypnosis processes, NLP processes. Don't worry about the names. They're just processes for making our life and your life absolutely better. Getting rid of anxiety, fear, all those other hang-ups and issues that we have, and have the life we deserve and make dreams come into reality quicker, bigger, better than you could ever dream of. But they're the longer podcasts, and this is a 5-minute quickie where we break down the complicated into simple, because in simplicity there's genius, and that's what we do here. So if you want to just think for a little while, see what happens, see what resonates inside you, and when it does, you go change the world.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, back again for a 5-minute quickie. And this is only going to be a small one. It's just something to muse over your cup of coffee. Whenever, just when you've got a quiet moment. Because it struck me. I was listening to the audio version of Jordan Peterson's The 12 Rules. And he was saying that mankind has used our creativity to hunt, to look for things to keep our survival. See, animals will only hunt when they're hungry. They don't cause pain to other animals just for the sake of causing pain. I might ham that up a little bit, but that's the gist I got. But mankind has found a way to cause pain to other people. In the past, it used to be like maybe the Spanish Inquisition, the old thumb screws, the racks, all that, the horrible things. You've got torture of all manner of things going through every year and year apart. And the thing is, what are we doing now? You see, I think what we're doing now is things like giving people the silent treatment, causing them to have pain through passive aggressiveness. That's a word. Or if you think now social media, the bullying that goes on in social media. And also, not just the bullying, what about the vitriol, those messages? The things on like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the things that people would write, which they would never say to anybody, to cause real harm, and can cause real harm. Some people ignore them. Some people, have been caused to commit all sorts of things to themselves, even suicide, which is terrible, isn't it? So what I wanted to ask you was to just muse this. If that is the case, I'm not saying we do it to that extent, but we all do it in some way, I think. I know I'm guilty of doing it in small ways, things I don't like. Just like to think, what could we do to use that creativity now to cause pleasure? Even if it's a small thing. Just helping somebody maybe. Or maybe giving a good comment. Just a nice thing to say to somebody. Compliment. When they're due, but just a compliment. Looking for the good things in life. Maybe taking it even further to things like selfless service, doing things for others that you don't want anything in return. What do? The return is you want to make life richer for that person. And that gives you a real sense of, belonging to a community, to supporting people, to looking after people, to making their life richer. And in turn, that will make you richer, won't it? It does. It makes you richer. It's a bloody difficult thing to do because these things have evolved, I think, into all sorts of things, whether it's from that bloody reptilian brain of ours to try to protect ourselves, but it's not protecting ourselves. We're just causing harm. And what could we do to cause someone to feel comfortable, to feel good about themselves? And maybe in turn, they will pay it forward and pay it backwards, just for the sense of making our life and their lives richer. Just something to muse about. It got me to think, and I'd like you to have if you want to, have a little think. Yeah? Just see where that takes us. Because if we all did that, wouldn't life be different? Wouldn't life be so different? I'm going to have a go. We all need to have a go, I think, to see what changes we can make. And they don't need to be big changes. If we could make one small change, one small step into that, making life a kinder place, a nicer place to be. If everyone did that, wow, that would be massive. But if just you and I did that, we would make a change. The ripples would go. We'd be like the butterfly. We would cause a storm of kindness somewhere. Wouldn't that be great? Anyway, have a good think, if you would, if you're kind. And if you want to just, press that subscribe button. It's always good to do. It's always good to do. And if you could share this, because again, it's a kind thing to do. Make me feel good. It'll make other people feel good. And it'll make you feel good. And then you can fly with goodness and kindness in your heart. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.